Okay, by now you have seen two videos, Lies, Deceit, and Trickery, and the Sabotage and Railroad of Frederick Collins. So you may say, well, why are you making these videos? And I say, why not? When you get sick and tired of being sick and tired, then you are truly sick and tired. And right now, I am beyond sick and tired, to the moon, to 6 feet beneath the ground. We have your Brandon Johnsons, we have your Tony Prattwinkle, we have your Rod Stewart, we have the Board of Elections, we have everybody that negates individual constitutional rights. We have everybody that negates evidence. We have everybody that has tagged themselves as professional liars, manipulators, and people who deceive. Now, the funny part to all this, they take an oath of office, correct? Everybody that sits in the seat take an oath of office. How would you feel, or how would they feel, if what they have done to Frederick Collins would be repeated and done to them? They wouldn't like it. So why would you do what you did to Frederick Collins? I'm going to tell you why. Y'all scared. Y'all was truly scared that he was going to get in that seat and make a fool out of all of y'all. And he should have done just that. So you think, well, we outslicked him. Well, we played the game better. Yeah, we set him up. It was all done pre-hearing trial. It was all done pre-Rule 20 hearing, all done. The thing that gets me the most is attorneys. And maybe I need to contact the Bar Association. Attorneys that take an oath, take a test to represent people fairly and honestly. And clearly, Lasker did not do neither one of the sort. He lost his damn mind. He did. He contradicted himself. He lied like he didn't know what was going on, and he pretended that he was confused when he knew all along what was going to happen and how it was going to play out. The funny part is, how can you deny evidence to see if things are factual or not? And how can everybody be on the same page? Hell, husband and wives ain't on the same page all the time. Siblings ain't on the same page all the time. So how could every board member of the Chicago Board of Election be on the same page? And nobody had the balls or the breast to stand up and say, why we not checking the paperwork? Why we going with Attorney Fine and clear this in the email? And I want y'all to know, I'm talking about this. But let me tell you, soon as I get set up, some paperwork is coming to back up what I'm saying. Because you know what I am? I'm sick of the shit. Yeah. I'm tired of the shit. It's starting to stink really bad. Y'all walk around here with suits and ties and full of shit. All of y'all. From the rooter to the tutor. And it needs to cease. Now, news media, I challenge you to expose some things. And I've sent you a lot of stuff. You need to expose it. Because if you don't, it make you no better than them. And for registered voters who are being made aware, you need to make your voices heard. You need to ride their ass. It's like you put the saddle on the back of a horse and ride it. Yeah, because this needs to stop. It's been going on far too long. The city of Chicago is a good oiled machine. And the processes that is used does not create equal playing ground. When you feel like that you are in an authoritative position to sit in a seat and you pull the strings like you pull the strings on a puppet to make it do what it want to do, then you have counseled yourself out as being an honest politician. And we already know y'all asses ain't honest. Every last one of you. You lie. Tony Prattwinkle, I'm going to get back on your ass again. You can sit silent like a bird cage. A bird sits in a cage. You can sit silently. And it's okay. I'm okay with that. But I'm going to call your ass out every time. And I mean, I'm going to call it out without flinching, without blinking, and without stuttering. Because I have had enough. Brandon Johnson, with your big nose behind, how can you stand here and say, oh, I did so much for the community, and you are part of the trickery too? The lies, deceit, and the manipulation. How can you do that? How? Now you got your Willie Wilsons, you got your Jamal Greens, you got your Sawyer, you got your Sophia King, and you got Chewy Garcia. And he gonna chew his ass right on out of here because he really don't care neither. And Paul Valance, it's amazing to me, and maybe not be amazing to you, that every last one of y'all, all of a sudden you have an interest in the seat. A lot of y'all was on the council with the mayor, and you was going along with everything she said and done. Now, all of a sudden, the opportunity arose that you can get a little more money. Because, see, this is not about the people. Let's be clear. This is not about the needs of the people. It's not about taking the homeless off the street. It's not about helping people who's losing their homes, losing their jobs. It's not about none of that. Y'all care about immigrants and filling your damn pockets. That's it. They come over here and get more privileges than people who was actually born here. You got to fill out 20,000 pieces of paper to own some property. And then once you own some property, you got 1,001 taxes to pay. You got your garbage tax. You got your bag tax. You got your soda tax. The tax on top of that tax, the tax up on that tax, and the tax around that tax. But yet the city of Chicago is broke. Tollways is collecting millions and billions of dollars, but our elected officials sold out the tollway. The company makes the money and we get crumbs. Then you brought the red light cameras in, which is a good old setup. It's a good old setup. You can catch people with a ticket, but you can't catch people shooting in nobody's car or killing a child. So help me understand all this shit here. Help me understand this. I'm trying to understand, and I don't get it. I don't get it. I work in a facility, and I'm not going to even name the company. 98% of them are immigrants. And not too long ago, they dropped a busload of them off at Kamala Harris, the vice president house. And some of y'all was on social media, and I had a response. And it may be cruel, but I really didn't give a damn about the immigrants being dropped off. They had no shoes, no shirt, or no pants. You know why I don't care? Because y'all don't care about the homeless that's been living on the street. You don't care about the people that come out the military and y'all treat them like trash and they didn't serve their country. So I don't give a damn about the immigrants. Understand me when I say, and I mean every word that I say. Now, getting back to you crooked ass politicians. Well, politicians. That's what I'm going to call you. Politricks. Y'all a bunch of hookers and hoes. That's what you are. And you're selling your people out for selfish gain. It's all about the money. Ain't nothing that happened in the state of Illinois and Chicago is about the concerned needs of the people. The South and the West sides are the most affected and everything. Madison Pulaski has not been the same since the 60s, and you ain't trying to fix it up, but you try to move back that way a little bit slow because the white folks want to come out the suburbs and they want to come in the city and take over all the property. Then if they don't take over the property, then you let these people that's outside the state come and invest in these properties, and they supposed to have a year to fix the houses up, and they don't even abide by that. They don't even abide by that. You got sex trafficking going on. You got people laying in their beds sleep and bullets coming through the windows, the walls, and the doors, and they're being shot and killed. You got videos of people taking the groceries out the trunk of their car, and before they get to the gate, somebody that snatched their groceries and carjacked their car. You had a whole series on the red line where 15 people was following people from downtown to 95th and jumping on folks. But yet you have, what's his name? Lieutenant Sergeant Brown, who rides around in a black SUV. Imagine my surprise when I saw his black ass in an SUV with a white shirt on. So why are we wasting $300,000 to pay somebody to ride around in an SUV just to go somewhere and sit down and have lunch? And y'all wonder why we can't do nothing about the crime? This is the reasons why. Now, election time is coming, right? Paul Valance, Jamal Green, Willie Wilson. They ain't going to put him up to because he can't talk. Sophia King. Who am I missing? I said Paul Valance, right? Buckner. Anyway, it don't matter. They all got issues. Half of y'all not even gonna check on their background. A lot of y'all I've talked to and I've heard, well, I'm gonna vote for Willie Wilson because he bought me some groceries and he bought me some gas. $25. That $25, you go 2 blocks, you can burn that shit up in the blink of an eye. That don't mean nothing. So $25 won't even get you a good cabinet full of groceries. So why y'all impressed by gas and groceries when there's people who's losing their residence, they've been evicted, and you got people on the street that's homeless? That's $1 million every pop that he gave money out. Many times you couldn't take $1 million, $1 million, buy a school, buy a building, and take the homeless off the street and put them in the building. You can't do that. But you can spend $25 per person and $25 per person for some gas and some groceries. Y'all need to wake the hell up. Wake the hell up. Yeah, bought Negroes. Wake up. We've been doing this too long. 400 plus years. When are y'all going to get it? Sold to the highest bidder. And then you wonder why we don't get the things that we need. I'm going to tell you why we don't get them. First of all, we don't know how to stick together. That's number one. Number two, they set our dumb asses up to hurt each other. And we go right along with it. And don't even think twice about what the underlying thing that they're doing. They put a little couple of dollars up on our nose and we are sold to the highest bidder. About $5 more than the next person got. And you ain't got no more than nobody else. But let your asses get in trouble. Then call on people that sold your ass out and see what you get then. Call your elected officials. Call your alderman. Call your governor. Call your Cook County Board president. Call Brandon Johnson big nose ass and see what he gonna do for you. Richard Boykin got kicked out of the office because he lied. He had a whole bunch of listening tours and lied to people like he was gonna do this and do that, and he ain't did shit. See, y'all ass getting on, y'all had selective amnesia. I forgot I said that. No, your ass didn't forget. You just went on and did what the person up on the table paid you about $10,000 more, and you accommodated them, and you say hell with the people. But I'm going to say this again. Y'all need to understand this. Hear me when I say, let me get a little closer. The damn elected officials are your employees, and y'all constituents, registered voters, are the employer. When you go to work and you don't do your job right, they going to write your ass up, and then the next time they going to fire your ass. But we have a problem with firing people. Emma Miss been in office 20 decades with her alcoholic behind, and she ain't did shit in the Austin community. Jason Irvin, his fat ass over there eating chicken, he ain't did nothing neither. And the officer, what is that man's name? Oh my God, it escapes me. But y'all know they all connected. They all connected to do nothing. But they're holding a seat doing nothing, and we allow it to be. When is enough going to be enough? Chris Talafaro, that's what his big ass name is. I'm tired of him too. They take your ideals, they steal them, and they use them as their own. And pretend like they care. Emmett School on Central and Madison has been vacant for over 7 years. Didn't do nothing with it. Recently, Chris Talafaro sold off Francis Scott Key School to Oak Park. Now, 10 South Kersey is falling apart. Why you can't have something like 10 South Kersey on the west side, on the south side? Why we can't have more hospitals? Why can't our schools be better? Why does our neighborhood look like crap? We got more abandoned buildings, street lights, broken streets with potholes. They ain't potholes no more. They craters in the street. And then when your tire fall them, you go to the city, they got every excuse in the world, the reason why they can't fix it, and they won't fix it. But let these white folks get up in this city. Any street that's tore up, you can know that it's going to be fixed. Understand me when I say, you okay? Understand when I say it's going to be fixed. You know why? Because the white folks is back. So damn it, if they can respect them, why can't we get the same damn respect? Because we deserve it. We work just as hard as anybody else. And our streets should not look, our blocks should not look the way they look. No senior citizen should be fearful of walking out their front door to get anything at all. So again, Frederick Collins was sabotage. He was set up. He was blindsided. He was raped. He was robbed. Intentionally. Andre Hollins was the challenger. The people with their hands on it was Brandon Johnson and Tony Pretwinkle. And y'all can deny it all you want to. I'm calling y'all asses out. Because I don't care. Understand me. I don't fear nobody but Jesus. Ain't none of y'all God. But you better be careful with playing with people like that. Because, see, God knows y'all real motives and the reason why y'all do what y'all do. And payday is coming. Oh, it's coming. And he going to get you better than I can. But until then, videos will continue to come. Understand when I say. Because I'm going to exercise my right, my freedom of speech. And there ain't nothing y'all going to be able to do about it. Now, you may try to take it down, but you have to hit a whole lot of outlets to get them. Because I promise you, I'm going to send them to your president, your Democrats, your Republicans, your governor, the lieutenant governor, Kim Fox, all the news media, radio, podcasts. So you shoot your best shot. That's what y'all did. So you don't like when the shoe turns onto the other foot, right? So you like sticking it to somebody, but you don't want nobody to stick it to y'all. See, it's okay. Don't feel good, do it when somebody call y'all asses out. And they need to be called out because enough is enough. Y'all have asserted your authority in the wrong way. And the Board of Election has been doing this for years. This ain't nothing new. Understand, it ain't nothing new. And for every person that sits on the Board of Election, y'all need to be ashamed of yourself. And I hope God slap y'all asses to hell. I promise you. I really do. With your eyes open. That's where you need to go. Alaska, especially you, because you took an oath. You took the bar, and there are certain guidelines and rules that you must follow. But you violated all of that. Rodney Stewart, your ass was crazy from day one. I saw that for myself. Them gray hairs would be really tight up in your skull because you act like you ain't got the sense that God gave you. And then you want to cross your legs and justify it. And then the attorney for the challenger is sitting there like, okay, I don't got nothing to say because my challenger is speaking up for me. He's speaking up for me. Now, you're supposed to be the neutral person, but you're speaking up for the challenger's attorney. You're addressing everything. Now, let's be clear. No evidence. And ain't nowhere in nobody's court of law you can convict somebody without evidence at all. So how does that work? How does it work? That's because people on the back end use their power for the wrong things. And the things you should use your power for, you don't. You know why? Because y'all don't give a damn. It ain't about the people. It's about y'all ignorant ass selfishness. That's what it's about. Bottom line. Y'all don't care about nobody else but yourselves. That's it, and that's all. Now, will you like this video? Probably not. Will I care? Hell no. I won't. Not at all. Like you don't care about what you did, I don't care about what I'm saying. I don't. You can like it, you don't have to. Because the truth is the truth. And as I've said, we have sugarcoated long enough. But know this. I am going to be coming on here and I'm going to put up documents and I'm going to talk through those documents that I'm putting up. Yeah. I'm going to go line by line, word by word. Who said what, when, where, and how. And I'm going to show you the crookedness of the Board of Election and the intentional shadiness of the hearing officer. The state of Illinois need to cut it out. Need to cut it out. And let me ask you this question, because I'm in quiet mass one. I thought about this last night. Why don't y'all challenge the white folks? Why don't you challenge the people that's white running for office? 15 days of evidence like 12 days of Christmas. Yeah, what's that song? On the first day of Christmas, Renee gave to me my first piece of evidence. And that's what I'm going to do. Watch me. I'm going to run y'all ass raggedy. And every time Paul Valens, Cam Buckner, Jamal Green, Willie Wilson, Sophia King, Sawyer, and whoever else run a commercial, I'm running a video. We're going to run it side by side, and I'm going to post the hell out of it. I am. On every outlet that I have. And then on other people's outlets that I have access to. And I'm going to let people know about the shadiness and the crookedness of our Board of Election. Now, if there's anybody over the Board of Election, you need to get their asses together and get y'all house in order, because enough is enough. Exposure is coming, I tell you. First day index. That's the running list of everything that took place. Now, you say, Renee, how do you know all this? Well, let me tell you how I know, because I was in the middle of it. I seen it for myself. I was not the person standing on the outside looking in. I was actually in the middle of it. And I don't support a lot of people. Understand when I say I'm very selective in who I support. But when I support somebody and I see that they're doing good and somebody do them wrong, then guess what? I'm going to speak up. But I was quiet for a long time. As it was going along, I didn't say one word. I just waited until the hammer dropped. And the hammer dropped on Friday. Intentionally. The hearing officer installed it intentionally. And Lasker, the attorney, pretended like it was going to be fair when they had already made their decision before that Friday had got there on the Rule 20 hearing. Because ain't no way in the hell you can prepare paperwork before you get to a hearing. And then they whispered in Channel 5's ear to let them know they was kicking him off the ballot without hearing any evidence. How does that make you look, Board of Elections? Dumb as hell. Dumb as hell. And I'm telling every constituent, every person that's running for the future, don't trust the Board of Election. They are a bunch of liars, manipulators, and deceivers. Don't trust the hearing officers. Don't trust them at all. Because, see, they get in contact with these attorneys, the hearing officers, and it's money paid out to set people up for failure. They violate your constitutional rights, and they violate the constituents who's registered voters' rights. They take away your freedom of choice. You need to look these things up. Your constitutional rights, your freedom of choice, the Freedom Act, your First Amendment, all this stuff, they violate it. But see, if it was us, they lock our ass up, throw us up under the jail for doing some crap like that. Because you know what they call that? Tampering with evidence. That is a crime. And Board of Election, I'm calling it you tamper with evidence. Rodney Stewart, you tamper with evidence. Tony Prepwinkle, you tamper with evidence. And Brandon Johnson, your black ass know better. You tamper with evidence too. So y'all ain't know better than nobody else. So Tony Prepwinkle, I'm going to say this to you. Unlock the damn doors of Cook County Jail. Because the criminals in there is better than what you and Brandon Johnson and the rest of y'all is. At least they specialize in what they do. Y'all ass specialize in covering up throwing your rock and hiding your hand like you innocent. And y'all know damn well you not innocent. And you too old for that shit. You too old for it. You definitely too old for it. And for you have been a teacher and you still shady like that. And the only reason you want Brandon Johnson is often so you can pull his string. You can have the Cook County Board position and the power behind that. And then you can have him as mayor with the power behind that. But I'm here to say, I'm tearing y'all asses up every chance I get without any tissue. You hear what I'm saying? So when you go to the bathroom, you're going to have to shake to release whatever it is. I promise you. Because now, the more I talk about this, the more pissed I become. I'm tired. I've experienced the wrongness in the prison system. I've experienced in the judicial system. And now I've experienced in the electoral system. And y'all think it's okay. And it's not. It's not okay whatsoever. So I'm going to say this as I close. I know Frederick Collins is not running for office. I know he's not. But I want everybody that watch this video to share and write his damn name in at the bottom of the sheet. Frederick Collins. And we want to snatch everybody's vote. We want to make this the lowest record voting history in life. And we want to let our voices be heard. See, if we stick together, we can do a whole lot of things. And for those who have been affected and tricked by the Board of Elections, I want you to come forward too. It's time. Put a suit in. Yeah. Discrimination. Yeah. And what is it called? Mistrial. defamation of character, intentional deception, lies. Now you go to court, you put your hands on the Bible, and when they say, do you swear to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God, y'all going to hell. Because you can't put your hand on the Bible and say, I swear to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God, because y'all a bunch of liars. And then you act like with a smile, I didn't do that, like Urkel. I didn't do that. Yes, you did. You did every last bit of it. And I'm here to show it. Now try me if you want to. They don't ask that because the lie. Yeah. I'm ready. My silence is over. My quietness is done. And I'm out to make it known that the Board of Election, Rodney Stewart, and Andre Holland is full of shit. Andre Holland has a drug background. He has foreclosure on his property, gun charges, and everything else. So now you wonder why they picked him to be the challenger. These are the reasons why. We so dumb. We allow people to use us in the most stupidest way. We allow that. All for the dollar. All for the dollar. But the dollar won't save you from going to hell. The dollar won't save you from what God is going to do to y'all, reaping and sowing. It ain't going to save you from that. You may have the money. You may live in a $300,000 house. But the Lord can walk through that gold door and get you right where you living at. You can fall asleep in your bed and not even wake up. Understand when I say, keep playing with God's children. Y'all gonna learn. Keep playing. You know folks can drop like that, right? Keep on playing. All right. Reality is where words come to life. Don't forget, write in Frederick Collins. Stay tuned. More videos to come. I promise.